Okay, so let's have a look at the interior. So the driver's side panel is really nice. You've got all your seat controls here on the left-hand side. You got your lock, unlock, power windows, mirror controls, and actually, I mean, there's a lot of buttons here, but it's actually very easy to understand. I was messing with all this stuff going down the road, and I was able to figure everything out. I figured out the mirrors, I figured out the seat, so there's really nothing confusing about that. Then you come over into the dash a little bit, and you can see all the wood grain and the plastic mix, which is something that I don't really like all that much. Just simply because it's, I don't know, it just doesn't have the, it just doesn't. See, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's kind of sporty on one hand, but on the other hand, you've got all that wood grain there, so I don't really know what to think about that. But it looks good. It looks really good. All the materials are really nice. And then you come over here to the dashboard and the gauges. The gauges are really nice, and you can actually use the steering wheel here to switch through all the different modes. You know, you've got the driver assist. You can control your telephone and audio, navigation, etc. So, and I was actually kind of surprised because I thought this car of this level would actually have the digital gauges, which a lot of cars are doing nowadays. But the analog gauges are good. I mean, I don't really necessarily like digital displays that are just totally game-like. When I think of digital displays that I don't like, it's like the '84 Corvette. I mean, that was just ridiculous. But luckily, or thankfully, we moved on. So the thing that is really strange about this car, let me turn the steering wheel here a little bit. You can see the shift lever here. It's on the steering wheel. The way you put it in gear, you move it down like that. You probably saw the car lurch. Now it's in drive, or it's in neutral now. See, it's very confusing. Then you put it in drive. It feels almost like a turn signal stalk, so it's kind of weird. So go back to neutral. You can go in reverse all the way up, and then neutral, and then for park, you just push all the way in, and now it's in park. So it's a little bit weird because there's nothing here on the center console. And it's weird too, because as I'm driving along, I'm trying to feel for something, and I always like to rest my hand on something, whether it's an automatic transmission lever or a shift knob or whatnot, and there's just nothing here. So there's some nice storage here. You've got your cup holders, and again, all this wood grain, and you can see how glossy it is, and it's ridiculous here in the sun. I was getting some pretty bad glare there as I was driving up into the mountains. So as you come to the center stack here, you've got your very, very European-esque, where you just mishmash of HVAC and radio controls. I mean, look at all those buttons. I mean, it's really hard to, I don't even know what this is for. This is for possibly dialing? I don't know. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I was very unprepared to drive this car. I know nothing about it, but it seems odd to have a full keypad in the dash there. And then you've got all your modes here, like radio and navigation, telephone, and whatnot there. And then moving up just a little bit more, you've got more of that class. It just seems so out of place to me that you get this really high class clock and these knobs here. I don't even know what these do. I can't even rotate those. Oh, I see. Oh, what is that? That did something, but I don't know what that was. Oh, it turns it off. They've got a very, very hefty feel to it. Almost too heavy. It's like I can't even seem to turn it all that well, which is not a good thing. So, and then up here you've got your full navigation system, and then it's a combination of the radio display and you know, all that jazz. So, and then if you put the car in reverse, you can get the backup display there, which is pretty cool. Oops. See, now I got to figure out the. Yeah. Okay. Now we're back in the regular mode. So to control that navigation system here, there's something down here on the center console, this knob here, and then as you turn that, you can go through. You know, you can scale in and out. This is interesting. I was trying to find the scale mode as I was driving, but I couldn't figure that out. But then I guess if you press down on it, it'll go to your modes, and then you can control everything there. And I think if you go up, like full screen, that's kind of nice. Yeah. So, yeah, this control here is actually pretty nice. I mean, you've got back, probably like a favorites here, and then on this side, clear your settings, and then here, I don't really know what that is, but to be honest, I don't know what this ES button is. I was playing with it when I was driving, and I didn't notice anything too out of the ordinary. Center. This console here opens up for a nice, very deep storage space here. You've got a USB port, and it looks like some other kind of port there that I don't really know what that is. It's very strange, but yeah, a lot of options here. So, and I like the way that opens up too. Just very, very nice. So, okay, so moving on to the passenger side here. Again, we got all the same controls there, and that wood grain that wraps around. And yeah, very nice materials overall. The seats are somewhat perforated here in the center, and then the leather is very it's very sticky. I mean, compared to my Mustang, for example, my Mustang leather is just so slippery and ridiculous, and it's just like this actually has some tact to it, and you won't be sliding around, which is a very good thing. So very good materials on the seats.